Hello to all of our BPTV fans, YouTube fans, new fans. We're doing another by request by Jessica Lee and Alan Levine, the Talking Machine. We co-produce, co-host this, and we have great inspirational songs we've been doing for over 8 months. And we appreciate all the great feedback and comments and the uplifting feelings that you have for this. So I'm going to bring Jessica Lee on right now.
Al, how
Hey,
are
Jess.
you?
I'm doing very well on this hot, humid day.
It,
Wow.
it is a little bit hot and humid, and we are finally into the summer months, which I've been waiting for because I think we're kind of feel more and more post-pandemic as we go into the summer months and away from the spring months. So before we start, I always say, Al, what are you drinking? Can you see this?
Yes. What a Wonderful World by Louis Satchmo Armstrong.
That's a photo of Little E's Jazz Club. That's a photo of Jay Willis
Oh,
on
okay. I just look
saxophone.
at it quickly. I saw,
Jay
okay.
Willis on saxophone, Mark Strickland, Dave Pello on upright bass. That's from back in the day, Little E's Jazz Club. So, to your health. Uh,
To your health.
and you said you're drinking some green tea again, I'm sure. What kind of
Loose leaf green tea called Lung Ching fourth grade, otherwise known as Dragonwell. But I get it at Nicholas Coffee and Tea in Market Square, and it's Lung Ching fourth grade. I didn't
Market
graduate the
Square?
fifth grade yet, so but I'm at fourth.
Market Square, downtown Pittsburgh. For those who don't
Mhm.
know where Market Square, downtown Pittsburgh. So, Al, I just wanted to say that today is a little bit of a transition show.
Okay,
Today is a little bit of a time when we take time to reflect, I think, together about why we started this show in the first place, the By Request.
sure.
We were smack in the middle of lockdown in the
Yeah.
pandemic, and people started making song requests and just asking me to sing and play songs that were meaningful to them during the coronavirus pandemic. So that's the birth of this show, right? And now we are finally getting to the point where we can see some real light here at the end of the tunnel. Mask mandates being lifted, people getting healthier, the coronavirus rates going down in Allegheny County, for example, in Pittsburgh, and all around the country. I'll just share some thoughts, if you would, before we talk about the first requested song today. Share some thoughts on the pandemic and how you're feeling right now as we look to the summer months and some outdoor performances in person.
I'll just share this with you. I was a little worried more than most because I had to listen to doctors. As everybody knows, 20 months ago, I had a great kidney transplant. My son gave me a kidney, but I'm on 10 to 11 pills every morning and 7 pills every night. And that's my immunosystem's getting depressed. And it's actually getting weakened each day. I look good, I feel good, I'm strong, but I'm at risk, high risk. And I was recommended early in it when they got a vaccine, you should get it. My surgeon said he'd be in the front line getting it. So I got it. So I was always hopeful to get it and cut down my risk on my health. Because guess what? I got a new lease on life. I want to stay alive. And I don't want to put up with all the nonsense and things we had. I respect people's opinions. But in this case, I had to disagree with most of them because I go by doctors and science. And I just wanted to share that's part of my feelings. So I feel empowered that I'm better, can do more normal things with a little bit of risk because you got to have in the back of your mind that I'm always at risk and others have that problem too. So I won't be completely out of the woods, but this is a relief to me. And I just feel so much better. And summer came early like it always does in Pittsburgh. And this is my birthday month. So I appreciate the change in the season. That's
Yeah,
where
so,
I'm at.
so I think it's great that so many of us are moving into a healthier season right now, more hopeful season right now. The song that was requested is a song called You Are Mine. Not many people hear this song outside of certain inspirational settings. And the first lyric, I will come to you in the darkness. I will lift you from all your fear. You will hear my voice. I claim you as my choice. I love you and you are mine. Really is a song that is almost God singing it. To us. So if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, then just the source of all unconditional kindness and goodness, right? Singing this song.
Amen. Amen. I believe in God, Jess.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that it's just such a beautiful lyric of hope and of listening for inspiration in your life in
Oh,
hard
yeah.
times. And the song, like I said, talks about being in the darkness. And it's kind of been a pretty tough 14 months or so for a lot of people, Al, especially people like you who might have had a transplant, might have some immune system that's not, at 100% for sure. My father, fights some chronic disease and others. So I just want to send this out especially today to anybody who is fighting some illness. And that includes the depressions and the post-traumatic stress, PTSD, anxiety, physical challenges, disabilities. I want to just send this out especially out to everybody who's had to kind of overcome. It's been a rough 14 months, but times I think are getting better. They're getting better and brighter and more hopeful.
I got to agree with you 100%. This is a great theme because it is like a coming out of what the nastiness was, and we're doing much better. And there's positivity. I'm positive, you're positive every day, but there are extenuating circumstances which we got through successfully. So it's a great thing. And I've never really heard this song before, so it was quite the surprise. I'll dig a little bit into it. That the version you sang.
Let's hear it first. Let's come
Want to
back
hear
out.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's hear it first, Al, and let's hear what you found on it, and then I'll share some little things on it as well. But let's take a listen.
Jess, it's been 2 weeks. I'm all fired up to get this thing rolling. I'll listen to you. We'll
You are
carry on.
mine, right? Here we go. You are mine. All right.
Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lee. I'm here by request. This is a song called You Are Mine. I will come to you in the silence. I will lift you from all your fear. You will hear my voice. I claim you as my choice. Be still, I know I am here. I am hope for all who are hopeless. I am eyes for all who long to see. In the shadows of the night, I will be your light. Commandments in me. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name. Come and follow me. I will bring you home. I love you. Healing for the ones who dwell in shame. Oh, the blind will see, the lame will know are free, and all will know my name. I am the one that leads all to freedom. I am the peace this world cannot give. I will call your name, embracing all your pain. Stand up, never walk and live. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you by your name. Come on, follow me. I will bring you home. I love you. You're mine.
Everybody out there, I hope you enjoyed the song like I did. Jessica Lee's playing piano. I know I compliment her every week, but I appreciate how she sounds on the piano, and her voice was just magical with this coming back from what we've come back and like opening up our lives. And it was just a great song to hear, Jess. Thank you for picking it. Thank you.
Thanks, Al. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I think that the authors really, the songwriter created a special lyric. Do you want to talk about the songwriter on this one?
Yes, I do. You know, you had me working on this, so I appreciate it. This David Haas, this is his arrangement of You Are Mine, and it's a popular hymn. And I heard him sing a duo because he came up with a lady, and you sang it just as well as the duo did. And it was just inspiring to me then to listen to your song like I did now. And I found out a little bit about it, and it was taken from Isaiah 43, 1b. Do not fear, you are mine. And it's arranged by Mark Hayes, and it was performed by, they called it CFJ, the Catholic Fellowship Jakarta, and it was by their choir. And it's so cool to listen to the song by the choir, and it shows they have all the little faces there. And this was, and it was actually August 28th, 2016 that he came up with it. So this is one of our newer songs for By Request, and it was a great request. And the choir has a great history, with all the singing of these songs all the time, and they've popularized it. And there was something that came out on this that it intrigued me. Back in 1962, there's this Barb Michelli and Peter DeAngelis wrote the song then and performed it by Frankie Avalon.
No. That's a different song.
Oh, is it? That's what I needed
So
clarification.
I want to be sure everybody's clear. Yeah, this was written by Haas, and there are several songs under the same title, You Are Mine.
And this was right after it. That's why I was confused.
Yeah. So you said the song. Tell us all again. The songwriter's name is David.
David Haas, Haas. So look for that.
That's it, and that's the song. And then there could have been different arrangements that were copyrighted at different times.
There
Of
are.
like you said, choral arrangements, etc.
Yes.
But the main song for people to look at David Haas. And Al, you're right. It gets confusing. You're right, because there are a lot of songs that have variations on this theme, but they're totally different songs, sung by totally different groups, popular groups. This song, Al, the reason it's confusing is it usually is not heard in the popular music kind of
Okay.
mainstream. So where would you hear this song mostly would be in churches, right?
Right.
So bringing it out, I thought into, let's wave goodbye to the pandemic, hopefully for a good long time. I mean, let's hope we're beating this thing globally as well as nationally and regionally. But I think that the lyric, when things are so dark that God's coming to us and speaking to us, telling us not to be afraid, that God is always with us, and that each of us, He loves us specially, and that each of us is valuable and
Right.
has something to contribute to this world. So if you're feeling blue, don't feel too blue. Hold on. Everything changes, and let's move into a better, healthier time. I think that this song is really uplifting when you do hear big choral arrangements singing it out into a gorgeous cathedral or something like that. That's
Yes.
more where people will hear this type of a hymn, not so much like I did it, just kind of a improvised version of a piano arrangement.
No,
Um,
thanks for explaining that because it was uplifting and it chased the little blues that I have. It chased them away, especially listening to both of those arrangements by David Haas and the duo. And the lady had a very nice voice and playing. And the choir, I just listened to that. And this morning I had a whole new attitude. Mine was even better. So thank you. I hope
yeah.
all of you enjoyed it like I did because it's such a positive reinforcement that we all need at times, no matter who you are.
Yeah, I think a lot of the inspirational music that I've loved over the years, from gospel to hymns to spirituals, just to inspirational songs that aren't necessarily religious in that way or spiritual, they're just uplifting. They make a big difference in hard times for me. So I was happy to get that song request. And then Al, a segue into the next song is that we're getting different requests now. We're
Mhm.
getting, instead of by request songs, which I'm still getting, to sing this one or sing that one, Jess. I still have a list, and please keep them coming. I'll add them to the list. We're also now getting requests, as you know, Al, to come out and kick off live music programs for
Sure.
venues, let people know they're open and bring people out. And so last time we were together, we talked about the Forge in Homestead's neighborhood
Yes.
there, which is part of Pittsburgh near the waterfront. And I'm going to be there on Saturday singing from 7 to 10. Can't wait at the Forge in Homestead. So that's wonderful. Recently, you and I had the chance to go to a new place. Do you want to just mention that I think it's going to look like in August, I'm going to be at a new place. We're getting a request to kick off some live music. And it's called the Woods House. Do you want to say a word about that?
I got plenty of words being a history guy. But first, this is so cool because I had heard about it and then I researched more of it. John Woods and a couple other guys, his dad and his brother, and another gentleman surveyed Pittsburgh. And in 1784, they laid out Pittsburgh. So if you complain about the roads, these are the guys that researched. They were the surveyors and laid out the downtown area. Then they got a land grant outside of Pittsburgh in Hazelwood. And that was all farmland. I know you know the mills and all that stuff and the tech centers and all that now, but we were in this remodeled house and it's just so amazing. I was looking around, I got there before Jess, so T took me on a tour and
So
it was
Al, the
great.
house was built in the what?
1792. I was going to close it. Thank you for cutting me short there. I appreciate that.
I
I
mean,
got
when
on a
you say the
tangent.
renovated house, I mean,
And
you
it's
can,
the oldest, it's
yeah.
the oldest recorded residential house in Pittsburgh. So there you have it.
So Al, just to give everybody a little bit of a preview, in coming shows, we're going to be talking a little bit more about not only requested songs, but also venues that are helping to start up new live music programs in the region, and that we're going to be shouting out to them as well. So If people want to check out the Woods House Pittsburgh, they can Google that, or I think it's Woods, WOODS House, HOUSEPGH.com, if I'm right. I
Yes.
think that's the website. And we're going to be collaborating with them and their founder as well. And in future shows, we're going to be talking a little bit more about some of these venues, including the Woods House Pittsburgh and more. So that's kind of exciting to be transitioning
Oh,
into Song
yes.
by Request for new live programs as well as songs. And we're coming back. We're all making a comeback
Yes.
safely and being, being cognizant that we want to be sensitive to making sure everybody is happy and comfortable with how we open up. So, to your point, Al, you have some extra concerns. You might not be shaking hands all the time, but you're going to be out there, which
Oh,
is great.
yes, yes. And
Uh,
I got to practice some social distancing. And we were outside most of the time yesterday, which helps because your risk is really low as the CDC came out with that. They got the facts over these 14 months or 15 months on you don't really transmit it as well outside. So
right, right.
that helps.
So, so I just wanted to say, if anybody wants to make song requests, Al, they can go to Jessica Lee, Lee, jazz.com, and they can make song requests. They can leave a message there. They can also go to the shows tab, jessicaleejazz.com/shows, and they'll see the live shows that we're going to be doing this summer at some of these venues that are kicking off wonderful music programs. So I hope they will come on out to the outdoors ones. We have a couple indoors ones that are going to be safe as well. They're abiding by all the rules and regs. And Al, that leads us to this next song that
Sure.
was requested, and I have the first album I ever recorded. That's it.
Bluebird,
That's
Bluebird Fly.
Bluebird Fly album, and it has a bunch of songs listed on the back. And this album is a full band album with John D'Amico, who's now in heaven, the great pianist on there. So many great musicians, but the song requested was "I Just Want to Love Somebody." This song again is a little confusing with the title because there are a lot of songs that kind of sort of have a title that's close to it. But I Just Want to Love Somebody, Al, was sent up to me to sing by a record label in Nashville, a
Okay.
producer in Nashville, who was affiliated with the label. And they said, "This is a beautiful song, hasn't really been done too much in the past. Would you consider singing it and putting it on this album?" This album, Bluebird Fly, is a blend of blues influence with jazz. It's heavy blues influence. And this is just a beautiful ballad about what we really need to do in life. And I think this is the silver lining of COVID for me is I just want to love somebody. What's the most important thing is to take a little bit of time out of our day to just help somebody else
Yeah.
and think about maybe not ourselves as much, but think about somebody else and the relationships with everybody, including you and Dave Cable at
Yeah.
BPTV. The relationships, friendships are what pulled me through COVID, Al, as
Oh,
we were all virtual. I mean, the relationships of unconditional love and support. So I just want to love somebody. The lyric can be a romantic song, but the idea of what really makes us happy is loving others, is helping others, helping each other, and we need each other. So tell me a little bit about your thought on the theme and what you found, if anything, because it's not a well-known song quite yet.
well, I'll reveal that in a minute. I got to say something, and I'm just inspired every day by helping others, and that's what I try to do. So you're welcome that we were able to put this show together and carry it on for over 8 months, 9 months right now, and we're still continuing it as we come out. And I always get a great feeling, and I share this with others because they go, "Why are you so positive?" I go, "I get up every day, make a choice. I'm happy, then I want to help others." And as I'm out and about, if somebody needs a cart at a store, I'll hand them a cart. I can do that now or something, or just to help somebody, say they need a bag put in a car. I've stopped and helped others, and they're like, "Nobody does that." And I go, "Well, I had to do one more good deed." So this ties in with what I feel. And it's such a great choice, Jess. But here's the problem I have. You know me, I'm looking for research, and I type it in under Wikipedia, and it comes back. There's no page for I Just Want to Love Somebody. And if you want a page, let us know. So I said, I got to contact Jessica Lee. So
Let's
let
let's
me
go
know.
for it. Let's go for it. Yeah, get that up. I mean, this song was written by some wonderful writers. It's a gorgeous song. Again, it's never been kind of promoted and out there as a, you know, a song that has been kind of given a lot of marketing and promotion dollars or anything like that. So I have gotten radio play on this song as far away as like New Zealand and Asia. You know, we've had a lot of play worldwide with this on radio stations, et cetera, and streaming services. But it's just a great song. The music's beautiful, the lyric is beautiful, and I think it's going to be a new song for nearly everybody. It'll
Yeah.
be a brand new song.
Thanks to you. Thanks for the inspiration with I Just Want to Love Somebody. Very
So
good, Jess.
So Al, as we go into the coming days, I just want to say to everybody, we hope to see you out and about at some of the shows. And we are going to continue to take some song requests and share them with people along with some stories. And we're going to be introducing people over the next couple of months to brand new venues, some of them brand new who are opening up and including live music as part of their programming. And then hopefully some of the ones that used to do live music after the pandemic will come back and do that again as well. And so it's exciting times to kind of start to feel like we might get back to a little bit of normal.
Yes, I'm hopeful too. And I'll see you at the Forge between 7 to 10 p.m. because if I'm not promoting, I'm not the talking machine. It's right near the waterfront. You can't miss it. Right on 7th East 7th Avenue. Nice corner location there. There's parking lot, and parking on the street. And it's just a great venue. Jess has been there. I haven't yet. So I'll be there saying hello to everybody and welcoming you back to another Jessica Lee Jazz and Blues duo show.
It sounds good. I think we're going to have more than a duo. I think we may have Rick Gallagher sitting in on some grand piano and have some other musicians sitting in with us as well, just to celebrate coming back.
That'll be great, Jess. And I'll let you close us out. How's this?
Okay, hey everybody. I just want to say we've loved being with you. Can't wait to see you out and about in person. And here's I Just Want to Love Somebody.
I could use a touch from somebody tonight. I could use a little closeness, something that moves me inside. It's been so long since I've held someone in my arms. I'm not asking for the moon. Oh, I just wanna love somebody. I just wanna feel something for someone. I just wanna love somebody. Oh, doesn't everyone? Something about being lonely that don't seem fair.
I see all these other people who have someone who cares. Oh, when I'm here alone, oh, with no one to call my own, oh, there's got to be someone for me out there. I just wanna love somebody. I just wanna feel something for someone. I just wanna love somebody. Doesn't everyone? I wonder if I'll ever find it, the kind of love I'm searching for. Oh, what I wanna give to feel that magic. Oh, I've never wanted anything more. I just wanna love somebody. I just wanna feel, really feel something for someone. I just wanna love somebody. Oh, does it everyone? Does it everyone?